So, tonight's game was one where I knew, I'm not sure if the team knew, that if we won, we would clinch. And I did not want to tell them because I didn't want to add pressure to the moment. I wanted them to just holistically go out and play. I think we struggled to find our rhythm and we struggled with our energy, but tonight was one of those games where we just had to grind it out. I love the fact that we did not turn the ball over a lot. We forced 26 turnovers. They went 0 for 12 in the second quarter. But I'm going to go back and look at it because I want to see where we're converting out of that. I know we did enough to get back into the game, but I want to see, did we have empty possessions here or there? We got out-rebounded by them, but all in all, we were able to just grind out a gritty win. They were down their major player that scores for them, and their offense centers around her. But other individuals came to play, and they stepped up, and they just played with spirit. I think they were happy that they actually got to touch the floor. And that posed a problem for us because we didn't match their energy or even supersede it. But all in all, we got the win. We clinched the playoff spot, and we have a big game coming up on Friday against James Madison on senior night.
So you didn't know that if you won tonight, you'd clinch top 4?
Oh, we definitely knew. We keep up with stuff like that. we definitely do. We definitely do. We definitely do.
You can't keep secrets.
No, none whatsoever. But that's what I love about them. They're hoopers through and through.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the play of India Buford over the course of the past few weeks, I mean, she's been playing spectacular basketball. She's finally coming to her own, and I think she's realizing everything I was telling her from the beginning. She could just take over. And her game is just so powerful and so physical. She's going to put pressure on the defense. She's going to be contagious for her teammates, and she's going to pressurize the game for the officials to be able to call calls for her because of how she plays. But she put us on her back once again and just made good things happen for us.
She's got some tough baskets in the lane.
Mm-hmm. That's what she does. She's built for that. Offensive rebounding in the paint with the bigs, and she's putting it back up and finishing sometimes better than our post players. So I'm going to have her do a master class for our post players to understand how to locate the rim and put the ball in the basket.
So you set a goal of finishing the top 4 before the season. Mm-hmm. You accomplished it with a game left.
Yeah, and I will respond by saying what I say to my players all the time. That's nice, but I'm greedy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm greedy. Being in the top 4, that's great, but what we really want is a championship. And while Marshall may win the regular season title, that's cute, that's nice, but we're all gunning for that coveted Sun Belt Conference championship because we want to be that team that goes dancing. So we are doing everything that we need to do on our journey to solidify our chances of doing that. Being in the top 4 is just one check in one box to say, okay, mission accomplished. Now what's next? And what's next is a formidable foe in James Madison that we have yet to beat under my tenure. And I think we have the team that can do it. And we're playing very well in the right moments to close out the season. And it's a big night for us coming up because it's senior night, and I want them to show out in grand fashion so that we can go into the conference tournament on a high.
Yeah. That really would give you some momentum.
Big time momentum, and I think every team is searching for that. And even if you happen to stumble, you still can manipulate a loss for the good. It can kind of reset things, and now you can come in hungrier. You can come in as the hunter rather than the hunted, But regardless, we've been through all those situations this entire year, so we're primed for whatever is presented to us. But we want to go in with momentum.
You didn't shoot well tonight, not even from the foul line.
Right.
Their zone was matched. That was a pretty active zone.
Yeah, it was. But, we helped them by settling for threes rather than penetrating the zone to collapse it. That's why EB was pivotal in our success in turning the game around because she attacked the zone. We played with tempo in transition to where even if they were in the zone, we still pushed the ball or advanced it to get them to rotate for us to find easy opportunities by moving the ball and moving bodies. And when you do that, now we can find tack lanes, our shooters can get their feet set, and they can knock those shots down. But for us to take 33s think I said it on the radio show, we're playing like we're Marshall, and that's not our style. You know, our style is inside out. That style works for them, you know, but we're the type of team, we're going to defend, and if you are going to defend us on offensive end, we're going to make your life miserable by how physical and how collective we play in our tempo against your defense. We're going to pressurize it on both ends.
BB, is that your nickname?
Yes.
Okay. What was the mindset going into the fourth quarter? 42, was it 42, I think, all, 52 all, anyway. What was the mindset going in there, knowing you had to win to clinch?
I told my teammates, I was just like, we got to be aggressive, we got to get to the foul line, and we got to get a lead, and we got to keep it, because the game was too close the entire game, and we made it difficult for ourselves. So we know we had to finish it out.
Yeah.
How'd you make it difficult for yourself?
We didn't come out like our normal self. Our energy was kind of low. We was kind of sluggish, but we picked it up.
Okay. Kay Clark, nice game?
Yeah, Kay Clark had a nice game considering the fact she's battling some cold symptoms. She wasn't as vocal as I'm accustomed. I tried to push her buttons a few times tonight to see if I could get her to, you know, dig a little bit deeper and see what else she could find. But Kay is the consummate pro. You know, she's the good soldier. You can always depend on her to bring her abilities night in and night out. And that's why I love her so dearly, and she's just been tremendous for our program in the 3 years that she's been here.
If you win Friday and Troy happens to lose twice, you finish second. Does that mean anything?
It does from a morale standpoint, but the double bye is the double bye. You don't get any more than that, you know? So just being in the top 4 is good, but to finish second, that would be nice for our program. And I think it'll be a good gift for the players because they put in the work every single day when we come to practice within CARA hours compliance. And throw that out there. And they put in the blood, sweat, and tears in order for them to have 21 wins at this point to give them that reward of being possibly second. But our job is to control our own destiny. You know, we're not going to worry about what anyone else is doing. If they happen to help us, great. But we're not looking for handouts at this moment.
James Madison, in-state rival. They beat you in the tournament last year, barely. Big game.
Yes, it is a big game. Every time we play them, it's a big game for whatever reason. Maybe it's because we're in-state rivals. Maybe it's because it's two successfully historic programs. You know, maybe it's because of the new rivalry between me and their head coach. I don't know what it is, but it's always going to be a great game. And I look forward to playing them, matching wits with their coach, trying to figure out who can trump who in certain situations. But we're going to get our players ready to go. Because I know we won tonight, but they understand that it still has a bitter taste to it because we can show better. We can put a better display out there. Playing like we do today against James Madison, we probably lose by 20, 30 points. We can't allow that to happen. So I feel like the next 2 days of practice are going to be good for us to get us where we need to be mentally, emotionally, and energetically. And we come out ready to go, guns a-blazing.
Coach, you've got a number of seniors that you're going to recognize on Friday night. Can you just talk about that group and what they've meant to the team this season?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have a day, but we have 9 seniors, and I'm so proud of each and every one of them, and I'm so thankful that all of them chose us. You know, having them here, a part of the family, and building this legacy that we've been building over the course of 3 years for some, 2 for others, and 1, you know, for EB in particular. It's something special to me, and I know it's special to them. We have built a family here, and for us to have senior night on such a big night against James Madison, I have total confidence that they'll be able to meet all the standards and expectations that I have set for them, and they're going to come out and they're going to play great basketball and leave it all on the floor. It's 40 minutes of play. 40 minutes of play. For some, it may be their last game, possibly, here in Chartway Arena, but I want them to go out in spectacular form and fashion. but our seniors mean a lot to us. They've done a lot for the program, and considering everything that's going on in the world of basketball, for us to have a makeshift team that's put together with the transfer portal and everything else crazy that's going on in the basketball world, for them to come here and buy into this thing the way that they do, it shows the type of people that they are. Good people that can play good basketball. That's what we were setting out to go and find when we recruit.
One last question. Jeff Jones
Yes.
retired. Your thoughts on that?
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him that he could come to such a hard decision. I know it was hard for me when I decided to hang my shoes up from playing, and I'm sure it's equally as hard to put your dry erase board up, you know. But he'll forever be a coach, no doubt about it. Sometimes you have to make decisions that go above what you want. I think this is something that he needed to do because your health, at the end of the day, trumps everything. And him putting all of his focus on his health and being around family and feeding off of that energy of love that they have to give, that's the best treatment that he could get in this moment. So I tip my hat to him because he's had a spectacular career. He's had some tremendous players come through his program, and he's done amazing things while he was here at ODU. He's my brother from another mother, and I wish him nothing but the best. And I'm glad that he is here to see this moment.